UFC fans, we've got the announcement at UFC 297 in Toronto. We're going to have a main event tilt between Sean Strickland and Dricus Du Plessis. We're talking about a banger here, right? That's a phenomenal fight to headline that card. And I even think it's a possibility. If you follow us on social media, you'll know that I thought maybe Conor McGregor because of the split from USADA, but possibly Sean O'Malley because he hasn't fought since August. And everyone else seemed kind of taken, right? I thought maybe Weili Zhang, there's a possibility there. But I really didn't think Sean Strickland was an option because I thought his next fight was actually going to be against Khamzat Chimaev after Khamzat got the victory over Kamaru Usman. So, with this fight being announced, I've started kind of going into the tank and figuring out what do I expect here, and it's a very difficult fight to predict. Very difficult. For a number of reasons, right? I wasn't really sold on Dricus Du Plessis until he totally dismantled Robert Whittaker. And I wasn't sold on Sean Strickland until out of nowhere he gets an upset victory over Israel Adesanya. So both of these fighters have surprised me. But I'll say this. The dismantling of Robert Whittaker was far more impressive than the win over Israel Adesanya, even though that's a huge upset, because Adesanya didn't really show much offense at all in that particular fight. So maybe that gives the edge to Dricus Du Plessis, who also has proven he's got significant knockout power. But then Sean Strickland was able to go a full 5 rounds without really being tested by one of the best strikers, period, in mixed martial arts. So who are you rolling with here? Like, who are you going with? Again, I'm kind of leaning toward Dricus Du Plessis because I think he's just the more physically strong, imposing of the two fighters. There will be striking in this, and you're going to have sort of a traditional boxer-style striking from Strickland, and you're going to have more of a unorthodox slugger from Dricus Du Plessis. But I think when it gets in tight, I think the grappling advantage, just a strength advantage alone, will actually go to Dricus Du Plessis. So I'm giving him a slight advantage in this fight, but I don't know if he'll actually win it. I really don't. I expect the Vegas odds will lean that way as well, just because people are still stunned by the Strickland victory over Israel Adesanya. There's a lot of people out there that just think it was a flukish thing. Maybe Adesanya wasn't 100%. Maybe he had a bad cut. Like, you just don't know, right? You don't know. So that victory over Robert Whittaker seemed much more real, right? Legitimate than Strickland's victory over Adesanya. And that's why I think Vegas will see it that way as well. But who do you like in this fight? And are you excited about this fight as the main event on that particular card? Because I know a lot of you are itching to see Conor get back in the cage. I'm not one of those people, right? He's had a number of losses. He's not nearly as relevant as he used to be. I don't think he's the same fighter anymore. It's just not that exciting for me. We did find out that Sean O'Malley will have his first title defense against Chito Vera, so he's trying to avenge the one loss. Honestly, that's a bit of a weak fight as well. Chito did look very good in the first round of that fight, but eventually the low kicks were starting to get checked by Sean, so I don't know how it'll be different this time around. It could be a very similar style fight, but if it stays standing, I would give Sean O'Malley a significant advantage. I'd rather see Sean O'Malley fight someone like Merab Dvalishvili, for instance. I mean, that's really the guy he should be fighting, in my opinion, but let him have the Chito Vera fight first. It's a little bit of an easier fight. Build a little more of that reputation. Maybe ramp it up for a bigger fight against Dvalishvili somewhere down the line further on next year. So he's booked as well. We've got Volkanovski versus Topuria coming up, which was supposed to be the fight he was going to have anyway, so I'm looking forward to that one. But let me know what you think of Dricus Du Plessis versus Sean Strickland. Who's coming out on top, and will this fight go the distance, or is there no possible way? Let me know.